This is One Fail, One Fix with Jay Malik from Tangicloud. We're talking about a nonprofit organization with $4 million in revenue and 9 users. And they were in the middle of a Microsoft Dynamics 365 Business Central implementation when they hit a major roadblock. They quickly realized that BC just wasn't set up to handle their complex fund balancing needs. And the intercompany add-on that their Dynamics partner told them would do the trick, well, it turned out it really did not do what they needed. A good product, but not for their industry. They needed to manage multiple funds, track grant-specific budgets and compliance, and generate nonprofit financial reports. But choosing the wrong add-on for Business Central led to a pretty big fail for them. Jay, how did this happen?
We know that Business Central is the #1 middle market ERP application in the world, the most successful cloud product from Microsoft. The challenge that creates is there's literally thousands of add-ons that have been built by partners across the world, ISVs, and it is very difficult for customers and partners to wade through all that noise. So it's not unnatural for a partner, especially with the wave of GP customers moving onto Business Central Online, to go look at AppSource, the marketplace from Microsoft, pick something that sounds good, feels good, and run through the implementation. And sometimes it's just easy to make the wrong choice. So the richness and diversity of the solutions out there also makes it harder for partners and customers to actually find the right solutions to fit a customer's requirements.
Right. So I think we understand the fail for this nonprofit. So Jay, what was the fix?
Okay, so in this case, the challenge was obviously the implementation's already underway. As far as the customer is concerned, everything should work. The recommendations have been made, and then kind of the rubber hits the road and suddenly things are not working. The challenge in this case, and actually several cases that we've had now, because it's very hard for partners to find and select the right solutions. The challenge was that the customer's ready to go live. They're at the tail end of the implementation. So the fix was, fortunately, the partner was able to find our solution, the Fundamentals app for Business Central for nonprofits. And the challenge then was that we had to cost effectively implement our solution. So we worked with the partner to protect the reputation and preserve the customer's budget. And literally within 30 to 40 hours, we were able to take their setups as they'd been done in Business Central, activate fundamentals, set up the funds and grants, turn on some additional features. And from a customer partner perspective, we were able to very cost effectively kind of rescue the project. And we've done this in 3 or 4 now because it's a very common occurrence and is going to continue to grow. So the fix here was really to cost effectively help our partner. We're committed to helping Business Central partners be successful. And we do everything we can in our power to rapidly turn on features. And we've been doing this for 27 years. So there's a lot of functionality built into the product over time. And it's literally a matter of turning on features and everything's in the box. And we just help our partners be successful.
That sounds like exactly what they needed. So what would you say were some of the benefits that this nonprofit got from using Tangicloud Fundamentals?
So the core functionality that people look for in a very vanilla sense is to balance funds. So oftentimes you can go find an ISV solution that's an intercompany solution that does due to due from entries. But for nonprofit accounting, it's much deeper than that. You have to have funds, fund classes, fund types, grants, you have to have allocations. So the key thing is we were able to turn on all these functionalities in the system, and the customer is then able to provide detailed age receivable by fund reports to the auditors, as well as turn on a host of other features that we've been building in for nonprofits. We're very community oriented. We listen to customers and partners. We're constantly adding features to the product. So we tell the customers that, you're never going to outgrow this functionality. So really, it was really a matter of quickly turning on some features, and the benefits to the customer. They were able to satisfy some pretty stringent audit requirements to report by fund.
So, Jay, since you've been in this industry for decades, what advice would you give to nonprofits and government agencies as well to avoid this kind of a fail in the first place?
Okay, so there's literally thousands of Dynamics GP customers who are going to move to the cloud, hopefully with Business Central and Microsoft, not two competing products. So really, we have a message both for the customer as well as the partner. For the customers, I think the key thing is there are thousands of Dynamics Business Central partners across the world. It's very important to select a partner who's actually worked in your industry with nonprofit solutions, nonprofit customers, or government customers, because this is the third largest industry in the United States, as an example, the nonprofit industry. It's huge, and the accounting for nonprofits and governments is different. And the language is different. You call things different names. You call them organizations, not companies. You don't use the word profit. So for the customer, it's very important to select partners that have actually worked in the industry. For the partner, I think it's more critical that as I said before, with the host of solutions that are available on AppSource, everything looks good. Everybody's words look good. We've been doing this, as I said, for 27 years, and we've been committed to this. And Business Central Online is very hard work. So as an ISV, we're dedicated to the industry. This is all we do. We're constantly adding functionality, and our job is to help partners be successful in serving their customers. I think it's really a dual message. One, cheaper is not always better. It's easy to go find an inexpensive solution. But the key thing is it might solve what appears to be the problem on the surface, but that nonprofit is going to have a whole host of other needs that they don't even know that necessarily are important to them. And we've got those all built into the product because we've been doing it for so long. So our partners, we can help you have a customer for life. And for the customer, it's a matter of turning on features and joining our community of nonprofits and governments. And we're always expanding the functionality of software. And Microsoft obviously is always improving the technology as well. So this is a future-proof solution for that customer and a pain reduction exercise for our partners.
Right. Thank you very much for telling us that story, Jay. It seems like any company that has fund accounting needs should be talking to Tangicloud first.